I'm Jesse Knight, a North Carolinian filmmaker. I've been making films since 1995, and right now you have the lucky chance of hearing about the best film I've ever made in my life, The Camera Man. But before that, I'm going to give you a little bit of a backstory on myself. I made my first film in 1995, and I've been very passionate about it ever since. Actually, even before that, when I was a small kid, I've been doing art and making things with my hands ever since I can remember. That's been forced upon me since birth. I really have no choice about this. The only message going on in the back of my head is that I have to make films. I have to make films and then I'll drop dead one day. But right now, you have the chance to invest in one of the best films I've ever made up to this point. It started off in a small house in North Carolina where, quite simply, my mom left for me to mess around with was like cardboard, tape, and Play-Doh. And from those early humble beginnings, I developed a lust and a love for making stories visually. And after a while, after doing all kinds of artwork and all kinds of stuff like that, I really decided that filmmaking is the ultimate art form. And through filmmaking, I can put all the things I love together, whether it's writing, directing, acting, set building, model making, everything involved, including editing and post-production, which I've put many years of hard work and learning into. I've been making movies particularly since 1995, but I've been making art and telling stories ever since I can remember. For me, the storytelling process is very visual. I grew up being trained in most of the visual arts, from drawing, painting, and sculpture, and photography, and all these kinds of things, as well as like writing. My father, being a writer, pushed the importance of the written word on me. I've been making movies since 1995, several shorts, I've made 2 features, I've done documentaries, music videos, all kinds of things, and I love doing them all, but right now I'm here to talk about the very best film I'll ever have made in my life up to this point, The Camera Man. The Camera Man takes us to this sort of fictional world that's heavily ingrained in the gutter punk criminal life of society. It is a very dark and despicable area of human life, and that's where our story takes place. This story we're going to bring you is a typical kind of revenge tale, but it's basically blends the qualities of the supernatural and the gangster genres together. I've always been highly influenced by gangster films, cop films, criminal films, all kinds of things like that, as well as supernatural and paranormal films. Ghosts and UFOs and all kinds of crazy unknown things about life have been my main reason for keeping on going. The very fact that there's this unknown area out there gets me excited. It gets me enraptured, and therefore those are the kind of stories that I want to tell. And with The Camera Man, I'm going to tell one of those stories. You've heard of Frankenstein, you've heard of Gollum, you've heard of these undead creatures such as zombies and flesh eaters and all these kinds of things. Well, in my film, we center on the fact of life coming back influenced by a vengeful spirit, hell-bent on revenge, using the bodies and the souls of unwitting participants in this game.